Hello folks and welcome to today's vlog. We are at Legoland Windsor. I think this is probably going to be our final Merlin adventure of the year. Our passes expire in a couple of weeks, but we are heading back to what was probably our favourite park of the year. We really enjoyed Legoland when we came last year. Link to last year's video is up there for you if you want to go and see that one as well. The day has started in unusual fashion because on the way in, Andy's managed to break his trousers, so we've actually been here about 15 minutes. We've been into the kids' wear shop that's right by the entrance, picked him up a pair of shorts and a Legoland baseball cap to replace the Alton Towers one that he brought with him and is now rejected. And he's just getting changed in the toilets now, and then we'll be ready to get started and attack the park. So how are you feeling after the way the day started?
Stressed out.
Little something for all you Star Trek enthusiasts. I know there's a lot of you out there. As ever on these theme park trips, we are operating the 10 rides policy with Andy because he's already saying that he wants to go home. But he will enjoy himself, but he needs to know what's coming. So we've given him the map and told him we're going to do 10 rides, then we'll go home. We won't get anywhere near 10 like we never do, but we're going to start things off with the teacup spider things that we didn't get to use last year because it was closed when we were here last year. So this is going to be new for us. Oh, we all feel a little bit after that, but we've managed to keep it down. As a man who suffers from travel sickness, I really shouldn't go on that ride, but it's one of my favourites. You were anticipating this meeting then?
Yeah.
What's your name again?
Zach. Theme Park Extreme as well.
Oh, excellent. Okay, on YouTube?
Yeah.
Make sure you go and check this man out.
Nice. I got you these.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. Look, I have gifts in the middle of a theme park. This is very unexpected. Well, thank you very much, that's awesome.
And also some fast passes.
Wow. Thank you. That's amazing, thank you very much. Potential problem in development, but you can see behind me the miniature train line is fenced off and not running at all. We did get warned by a couple of people that it might not be running. This was the main reason he wanted to be here. If you did go back and watch last year's video, you'll know how much he loved going on a little train and also the level crossings that are scattered around the park. But as you can see, it is completely shut. He's fully investigating.
Wow.
It seems okay. They're testing him now. We've just come to the restaurant that we went to last year because when he couldn't get onto the train, he said, right, let's go for dinner now. And he wanted to come back to the same place we had dinner last year, which is fine. It was his way of coping. And the restaurant's closed as well. We've just been turned away from there because the restaurant's just closed. So, two things. He's still coping quite well with it. He's marching off ahead of us, which is why I'm not filming him. He's not happy, but he's coping. I suspect if a third thing happens at this point, that might tip him over the edge. So that's where the level crossing used to be, which is why he's brought us all the way up here to look for it. Andy, it's not going to be working today. He's just said fix the level crossing and then sat down expectantly. We've still got rides to go on.
I know, baby.
We'll fix it later.
It won't be fixed today. We'll have to just go on some different rides, go to different food.
And bad.
Well, we're going to go on some rides first.
No rides.
Yeah, we are.
No, you are.
10 rides, remember? So
No.
we've got 9 more to do. Yeah, and he doesn't want to be filmed anymore. He's had enough, he just wants to leave. Well, we found somewhere to eat. Fish and chips, or scampi and chips in my case, next to the lake in the shade, which is good. We're not that happy. Hopefully a little bit of lunch, chill out in a relatively quiet area, and we'll get a new head of steam. It does like the rapids, and that definitely is open, so we should at least get on that. Don't know about the rest of the day though. Calm down quite a lot now. We found a perfect little tranquil spot to eat where we're away from all the crowds of people. There's some soft music playing in the background. We've got the fountain that's just been sat there looking at and filming, trees, nature, and he seems alright now. He's agreed that we're going to do 3 rides and then go home. He's happy with 3, he's agreed to 3. The 3 that he wants to do are all open. I think we're going to do the rapids, the log flume, and we're undecided whether we're going to do the submarine or the little boat ride, because he likes both of those. We might end up doing all 4 if we can get him back enjoying himself again, but it's taken probably best part of an hour to calm him down, get him ready to re-engage with the process again. We've looked it up online. Apparently the train's going to be back again in April, so we've promised him we'll come back in April. He seems happy with that as a compromise. 3 rides today, come back in April for the train. I think we're going to be okay.
We're going.
We're going to go over here.
3 rides.
We're going to have 3 rides, yeah?
Right.
Of course, we're also helped by our theme park extreme friend who gave us 4 fast track passes. I know we always talk when we come to theme parks about deliberately not using fast track because we want to teach Andy to queue. We were going to pick our battles today. He's already had a very traumatic morning. We've got some fast tracks. We're going to use some fast tracks, so we're going to skip a few queues this afternoon as well. Luckily, because we had his school bag with us, we also had his school chewy as well. So, chew, 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 all helps. We're having a repeat of last year on this boat thing, where it's me and Amy again, and Amy is trying to steer again. How's it working out for you?
Not very well.
I mean, by this point last year we'd already crashed into about 3 walls, so you're not doing too bad.
No.
I feel like my legs are even longer than they were last year. I am so bunched up on this thing.
Because I'm leaning onto your side.
It is mad. Hello over there!
That was right in my ear.
He is paddling for everything he's got. Well, that was our first ever experience of fast track. I am officially a fast track convert. That was the fastest queue ever. That was awesome. We literally just walked up, there was no one in the queue in front of us, and then Amy crashed the boat multiple times.
3 times.
We're getting back into the swing of things now. This isn't counting as one of his final 2 rides that he's got remaining, but he's chosen this because we went on this last year, we enjoyed it, we walked past it, so he's going to do this one as well.
No, keep your shoes on. You can sit here and wait, okay? And then I'll come in there. You can wait here, okay?
You good?
Yeah.
Are you a good boy?
Why, oh why, do we continue to go on these rides that absolutely drench us? We are soaked. Anna and Andy are just buying the photos. So as with the last couple of theme parks we've done, I'll put the photos up here. Hopefully it's digital, they might just be photographs of the real thing. But yeah, we're very wet. I haven't actually seen how wet Anna and Andy are yet. We'll find out. Yeah. It was good though, lots of fun. Look at how wet you are then, Andy.
No, don't
Not too bad.
Yeah, your hat on. You leave it at home. You're going to take it home, but you don't.
Well, you're not as wet as you were last week.
My face is wet though. The spray water went straight in my. The ones that were straight right in my eye.
That was not fair though.
Andy, was that good?
Yeah. I had to put my arm up, so my whole arm got wet trying to protect
I used the
it.
peak of my hat to protect myself. got himself in position in London, wants his camera, ready to film the tube. Well, it might not be the train that he was hoping for and that he's been asking for months, but seeing all these trains in the little Lego mini town areas, he's enjoying himself now. That's the new bit, America. Haven't seen that before. Obviously haven't seen it before. It's the new bit. And it's very, very cool.
Taj Mahal.
Is these bits new as well? Taj Mahal and China and stuff, and the White House is down there. Very cool. Behind me, Andy's posing for the thumbnail from last year's video from here. I think he's in exactly the same spot, sat in exactly the same way. I think he really wants to go to Holland. So our last ride of the day, as ever, is going to be the rapids, which means I need to put you away and go onto the rubbish camera. I love the rapids. Smile. Oh, this is zoomed in Miles. Hello.
Hi.
Whoa.
Put it away now. Put it away.
Why?
If you lose it, you're not going to know.
Boo to Anna for making me put my phone away, although I will grudgingly admit that like 10 seconds after she told me to put it away, we slammed into the wall. I went flying into Amy. I absolutely would have dropped my phone into the water, so it was probably for the best. Andy's dragged me in the Star Trek shop. I'm not amused. Andy! Andy! Come on, let's go to the other shop. Which one do you want? Well, we've made it through to, what is it, 4:30? 20 to 5. I did not expect to make it to 20 to 5 when everything started to kick off this morning. But we've done well in the end. Have you had a good day?
Yeah.
Have you two had a good day? Anna's exhausted. And these things, there's a speaker behind her that's just absolutely terrified her, and it was brilliant. We are back at the entrance. We're just having an emergency cup of coffee for the road. Speaking of the road, I have a sneaky plan, or we have a sneaky plan, which you might be about to see, or we might just be telling you how it failed when we get home. Either way, we're not ending things here like we normally would at a theme park. Next time we see you, we'll probably be at home, but there might be some interesting shots along the way. As you can probably gather from the B-roll that we just put up there, we're having a slight detour on the way home, driving through central London. We don't plan on getting out of the car, but as you'll know from previous videos where we've tried to convince Andy to come to London, he has absolutely refused repeatedly, and he has this thing where he doesn't like going anywhere for the first time. So our theory is, if we just drive around a few of the landmarks in London so he can see them, he might then be more likely to want to come and go to them and visit them. He's craning his head out the window at the moment looking at stuff. We've just gone past the Natural History Museum and we're now heading properly into central London. To what we want to do is drive past the London Eye. I don't know if we're going to be able to today. There's roads closed over there because of the Queen's birthday. Blooming heck, we're going to give it our best shot. You alright, Andy?
Yeah.
Is it good?
McDonald's, then home.
We're going to go to McDonald's and home, yeah. We're just having a little look around first. We'll stay in the car. Look at these big buildings though. There's Harrods out, Andy.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get that. People like Harrods. That's mad. Never been up here. Look at the buses, Andy.
He is very interested in it.
Is he really? Aww. Can you see him, Kev? Come on.
down a bit. Like tilt down a bit. Yeah. There you go. The bus is good.
Yeah.
Look over there.
Look at all the buses.
Yeah.
There's lots over there. Yeah, Andy, look at that. Oh, look at it all. It's so splendid. Andy, look over there.
Along the night.
I say it's really
I may cry.
Why?
Because I've always wanted to.
Well, now he's seen it.
You're not going to London today.
Well, look how big it is.
What is it? Is it pretty? Yeah.
Look at Andy. The big London Eye. Where is he? There it is. Do you like it? Is it fun?
Yeah.
Do you want to go on it one day?
No, thank you.
Not today, but another day?
No, thank you.
No?
We weren't expecting, oh my god, I want to go to London excitement. I wouldn't even expect him today to say that he wants to come back, but what we are hoping is that by him being here, seeing that it's not threatening, seeing that it's easy to come to, it's a place that exists, he's allowed to come to it. We're just hoping that a week, a month, a year down the line,
Yeah.
he might just say, let's go on the London Eye. And that would be awesome. Anna's nearly crying.
No, I'm
That's
not.
why she's not putting the camera on herself. She's so happy that he's finally getting to see this thing she's always wanted him to see. Was that camera on my
Yes.
face for any of that?
Stop it. Yeah, it was. Most of it.
Apologies if the camera is drifting on and off my face. Anna's not even looking at the screen while she's filming.
Hard it is from this angle.
Not very. You stood next to me and you have to point the camera at my face.
I know you're very dark though. It's very dark in here. Andy, you alright?
Yeah.
Are you just having a look at London?
Yeah. No.
Is it good? You are having a look. I can see you looking.
London is finished.
Yeah, we're going home. But did you like looking at it?
Yeah.
Just looking at it really quick. Look, the Shard is over there. Can you see the Shard?
Yeah.
Look at the Shard.
Oh,
Oh,
can't believe I'm driving past your friend. Well, we had a very scenic drive across London in the end, going past all our favourite places, pretty much accidentally. The only point we put in the sat-nav was Westminster Bridge, and it took us past Earl's Court, our old stomping ground for when Eurogamer Expo used to be down there, and we also got to go past the O2, the London Eye, the XL, all our favourite places, and we've ended up finding ourselves at Stansted Airport, which, if you look at a map, perhaps FutureCare will put a map on the screen for you now, you'll see it's not even close to a direct route home from London to where we live, or from Legoland to where we live. That's how far across London we drove, but we've stopped here because it's gone 7 o'clock now. We're all pretty hungry, we all need the toilet, we need to refresh a little bit. Andy's still not completely convinced by London. I think we caught it on camera asking him if he wants to come again, and he's still saying no, but at least now he's experienced it and he's seen it. And you never know, we might get him to come with us at some point in the future. Have you had a good day, small person?
Yeah.
Good. I'm going to say a semi-goodbye for now. I think we'll probably speak again when we get home. There's a few things about what went on at Legoland that I want to talk to you about with Anna there as well. But for now, we need to pick from one of the many places that we can eat and have some dinner. And we've made it home. It is about 10 o'clock at night. Anna's given me a proper time check. What is it? 5 to 10. It's 5 to 10 at night. We left the house at about 7:15 this morning. It has been a long, long day, which I guess is a good thing, because just looking back on that day, I don't understand how we managed to turn it around to get to the point where we've actually had a really good day in the end once we got past lunch. Andy's done incredibly well to keep it together in the circumstances, even if, I mean, if you count the things that have gone wrong for him today, we get to the park and his trousers break on the way in, And so immediately we're at a theme park. He's really excited. He's been wanting to go there for months. And the first thing we have to do is take him clothes shopping to buy him a pair of shorts, which he has to get changed into. Handled it like an absolute champ. And then, what did we find out next? We found out that the train wasn't working. So, okay, train's not working. It's not ideal. He wasn't happy about, but he went further on for further investigation. And then we saw that the level crossing was blocked off completely, so he couldn't even see that. I feel like something else went wrong as well. It couldn't have just been the train and the trousers. There must be a third thing, or was there not? I'm going to have to look back on the video. I probably look like a right idiot now, because you've probably seen 3 things happen, and I can only remember 2 of them now. But once he realised there was no trains at all, they weren't going to be running, and there wasn't any level crossings, there was nothing. And that was the only thing he was there for. Once he realised he couldn't do the thing that he was there for, he was ready to go. He was this close. When we got to the level crossing that was boarded off, and he said, fix it, and then just sat down on the floor. At that point, I think both mine and Anna's stomachs were in our mouths. We were like, oh no, it's been so long. Because at this point, it's been about 10 months since he's had a full-on meltdown. And we just, all the signs there, Anna was even saying the tips of his fingers had started to go red, which is a sign that he's getting really angry and really worked up when his fingers start to go red. And thankfully, and it was the restaurant, that was the third thing.
Oh, yeah.
Once he couldn't go there, he said, right, let's go and have dinner then. He wanted to go back to the same restaurant we went to last year because he liked it. He actually liked a restaurant because he got to help himself to his own pop. I think that's what he liked about it. And then that was closed, and it just wasn't open. They weren't let us in. I knew there was a third thing, and at that point, he just said, right, let's go home then, and just marched off. We lucked out in the end, because when we went to the place we eventually ate at, there was nowhere to eat inside. There was nowhere to eat on the benches outside, so we had to find that bench over by the lake, and sitting there for the best part of an hour, he lied down on the bench, he chilled out, you could hear the fountain in the background. I think it all just helped to let him process what had happened. And once we got up from there, he was a little bit, wasn't keen to get back into the swing of things, but once he got on that first ride, the boat ride, from then on he was completely into, right, I'll do my rides, I'll go and look at the little buildings and the trains. He fitted in an extra ride across the ones he agreed with as well, and handled London really well as well. He wasn't like bouncing out of his seat desperate to get off and go on the London Eye, but he didn't react badly to it. We'd planned to do that already, and then when the day went wrong, we did have second thoughts about whether it was a good idea or not, but decided to go with it anyway. And I think certainly a year ago, certainly 18 months ago, we would have had an absolute meltdown before lunch and we'd have been home by 2 o'clock. But in actual fact, we've managed to turn it around. He's managed to keep it together. Big thumbs up to everybody involved, especially Andy, because he's done a great job for keeping it together. Fantastic job by Amy of just being completely understanding of the situation. She wasn't impatiently tapping her foot, wanting to go and get on with the day herself. She knew he needed that time. She knew that it was much better for him to take that time then than for us to push him, and just the whole day is gone. And fingers crossed, we build off the London stuff with him as well, and we end up turning what could have been a disaster around into a massive positive. That's what the hope is anyway. But for now, I need to furiously rub Dave because he's missed us and he's just jumped all over me when I walked in. So I need to give him a rub and get into bed. I don't know if you can see how big the bags are under my eyes. My alarm went off at 5 AM today. I'm shattered. It was stressful at times, but as ever, it was awesome. And if that was the last Merlin trip that we've been on over the course of the last 12 months, it was a good day, another good day. There'll be a video in the next few weeks where we fully review these Merlin passes. We've had our full year out of them. I am desperate to work out how much money we've saved and do a little highlight package of the whole thing, but it's going to take me a little while to put together, finding all the footage from all the days. But it's been a good day in the end, for different reasons to what I thought it would be when I got up this morning. If you have enjoyed it, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for us. Subscribe to the channel for more daily vlogs. And thank you very much for watching. Dave, come and have a rub. Come on. this is going to be it for about an hour now.